Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
You know, it's funny. You like my fancy glasses today?
You know, when I was in college, I said, someday I'll do a show with Sally Jesse Raphael.
$15 for a 5-pack.
They're
from
not all
China.
that color, are they?
No.
Okay,
but I
good.
thought it would be fun. It'd be fun.
It's fun.
But they've got lenses in them, right?
Yeah, they do.
They're not just decoration.
Yeah, you can see the reflections. See?
Yeah, no, I mean that helps they're not just plastic inserts. They actually
No.
help your vision.
But some of them I see you guys worse than I see my screen that I read off of and all that. But
Because of the distance, yeah.
These are different, and they're from China. That's why I got them for $15 for 5.
Is that the best
fantastic.
color?
I got a bunch of colors. I'll wear them all week. I got 5 different colors.
Any
5
prints?
different days.
Yeah. And I got a 6-pack coming in that I got for $11.
God, Mike, pretty soon they'll be free.
I really love them. I love my readers, and I like having. I lose them. I put them everywhere. They get eaten by the dog. I have to share something with you.
You should just buy an extra pack for the dog.
Absolutely
Here's your
for him
5.
to chew. He's been okay. We got him in a crate now.
Can you make your
not
dog
a crate?
wear...
We've got him in a pen. We keep him in a pen.
Okay.
now.
Can you make your dog wear glasses, or does he freak out if you put glasses on him?
I've never put glasses on my dog.
Oh, come on. Never?
No.
It's what you see. Linus is real finicky about it, but if you can capture a picture of him in glasses, it's a standard family joke. We say "smart dog" because he's wearing glasses. But you should try it because certain dogs are very, very
right on that.
passive.
Let's see here. The what makes me I love to laugh like right at the beginning of the show. I get a text right as we're going into the countdown for the show, and it's always a little annoying for that because I know it's going to be crap. It's going to be something unrelated, and it's nobody I care about because we're doing the show together, and my wife's next door in the laundry room, so I know it's nobody that matters that's texting me. I know it's going to be some junk text, and then I open it up, and 5 seconds before the cameras go on to start the show, I see what appeared to be on first glance Walmart auto insurance, and I stop and I go, well, hey, there's a, and then I realized it's the tiniest of THEs right at the Walmart of car insurance,
yes.
and I put it away very quickly. Didn't know they could get away with that.
Here's
but it
the
was
thing.
funny.
You're intrigued by Walmart brand car insurance, but why is it made so bad when they call themselves the Walmart of car insurance?
Because it's going to be just a crap insurance company that's trying to, and it's hinky to say that, right? Because aren't they not supposed to do that? I totally lost interest. If it was Walmart car insurance, I'm behind it 100%. I'd check it out. Cheap.
How do you feel about the people that are trying to hawk insurance and things for you as you leave Costco?
So Rob's if you don't have the box store, and we talk about it way too much on this show.
There's a mini episode about it if you want to check out our full thoughts.
We are the Costco
I'm aware of
podcast.
that, but thanks for right after I said we talk about it way too much. Thanks for promoting the mini episode. You're in that frame of mind today. I'm going to kill you today. I know that. I swear to God, I'm going to fly to Leesburg before I can tell already. He's in. Can you tell? See, Josh is smiling. He's in that way. He's the scab picker today.
This is transference. You're in a weird mood and you're throwing it on me.
You're in a weird mood.
No,
you're
I
in
am
a weird mood.
I am
How was I greeted?
Been.
How was I greeted today with the
warned
mocking? Right?
No, he warned you pre-show.
What did he say?
There is snow coming.
Oh, do you think
he's the snow excited?
Bingo.
You think that's it?
Yes.
Of course that's it.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, good.
Now
we've got it figured out.
That's what. See, there you go. See, he's got the attitude.
Yes.
No, I'm more the same than I've ever been, Mike. I am so
Maybe that's
static
the
and
problem.
unchanging. Yes,
So
that is the problem.
Getting back to Costco, let's not.
We've got a mini episode about that.
That's good. Very exciting.
Josh is in that
Fantastic.
mood today. I think is it sunny down there? Yeah, he's excited about the sun.
Do you want to counter your man from Leesburg? With
No,
that
we're
joke?
good. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
He wins.
Yeah.
Never.
Yesterday, no. That's probably the truest thing you said in the opening.
Yeah.
The Olive Garden. I mentioned it very briefly yesterday.
Just brief.
Just brief. And Rob mentioned Costco, that when you leave the box store,
Yes.
they have various air conditioning, windows, gutters, hawking it. It, to me, would be the most unrewarding thing to do with an existence.
You're right.
Free samples, there's need, there's desire. When you are in the box store selling knives, massage chairs, even almost, but not quite as good, but phones even.
Yeah.
There might be, you're at the front of the line. You are in that little row of hawking things that I think not necessarily always related to the cost company.
No,
but
I think they might be
separate
like
people.
Contractors that
Yeah.
come in, and they're in
And-
mine. They're right next to the coffee grinders, and I feel for them because
Well, those
Go
are
ahead.
the ones on the way. Those are the ones on the way out.
Yeah,
Not the-
exactly.
Those are the ones selling generators and
And
root
it's
beers
just,
Yeah.
I think, the most unrewarding area of sales I would ever want to be in, to have to get that denied, because nobody's stopping for anything.
No,
you
because
know?
Mike, we've been in a business for many, many years that we are, look at me, we have something to tell you. This is our job. We're communicating. The total flip side of that is the guy in the button-down shirt who everyone at Costco is trying not to make eye contact with.
Horrible.
You just want out. You just want
Horrible.
out at that point.
I would in down here we have outlet malls, and it's an outdoor mall area, kind of what you have in Leesburg as well.
Like a pedestrian mall.
And they have. I don't want to. They are from away. I know this. They are from a foreign land, but they hawk skincare products, and they're very aggressive at their kiosk. And they always try to make conversation, and
Sure.
it's it's the same kind of thing with the people at the Costco where you walk away, and you just don't want to deal with it. You want to get to your car and go home and
Finish
eat your
your hot
potato
dog
chips.
and get
you know,
home.
I mean
Yeah.
that's it. You know,
Mike, how do you
that's
rate
you?
them?
You know,
That
so
is.
I don't. There's really one reason I don't frequent the food line. It's because of the line of people just waiting, and it's slow and tedious, and it's not worth
They
it.
handle
to
it
me.
pretty good at mine, but I haven't had, I'm holding off now until they switch back to Coke this summer. That's my show of solidarity with the Coca-Cola
Okay,
company.
all right, and and that's going to be exclusive. That it's going to be Coca-Cola, not Pepsi products.
Yeah, Costco wide.
Good.
It's
Very
but Mike,
exciting. I know that's a big deal for you, and I'm proud of you for that.
where in your ranking of employees and rewarding, and Mike, it wasn't lost on me at all. At
Rob,
all.
I am excited for the Coke to return as well.
I know.
I'm tired of settling for Starry.
Yeah. Have you
I
ever
couldn't give two shits.
have you ever given have you ever put glasses on your dog, Josh?
I have. Yes, we have some
Isn't it-
sunglasses that has
isn't
a
it
strap
great?
so they can wear them around.
He'd look good with these. I love the way these pop on camera. I really do. I do. And Sally Jesse Raphael was a great pull. Weren't those her exclusive colored
That was her thing,
reading
yeah.
glasses or glasses that she
Yeah.
had the red
Yeah,
kind
and
of
I
thing?
think she marketed them.
Okay.
But
All right.
anyway, I'm curious, where do you rank in this this sort of priority line of people selling things, the perfume vendors at a department store? I don't even know if this exists anymore, where they would walk up to you and give you perfume or cologne, and they'd approach you.
No, I never had that happen.
Really?
No.
Okay, well,
Oh, I
that
haven't
had
seen
that
that.
happen.
Well, I haven't seen that in years.
yeah, but I mean, back in the day, I would think that's also pretty unrewarding, because they take the cologne, they're already just like they're out there to buy cologne. And if they decline, they're not going to buy it. It
No,
seems like
not
it's
fun.
No,
Not
uh-uh.
fun.
And
Let me
you'd have
tell
to
you
smell
what,
like that all day.
As I try to segue out of this absolute funeral parlor of a discussion. Let me say that I teased yesterday that I would be talking about the fabulous, overly mocked restaurant chain known as the Olive Garden. One of the great movie lines was from Old School, and Robin, my favorite actor, Will Ferrell, who said we went to the Olive Garden, which was lovely. And that was kind of the definitive mocking of the Olive Garden, and probably, I would say, going away, the most mocked restaurant chain in America.
I would say so. Probably? And also the problem that weakens is that not only is it mocked all the time, but oftentimes there's a line to get in. Like, it's not like instant seating, and it's like, they got to have something because people keep going there.
Well, let me tell you how this happened.
Right.
I have a Little League practice, actually a Little League game for my son on Saturday morning. And Mrs. O'Mara was out of town, and I took that advantage of, just freeing the kitchen from any activity whatsoever that, we're going to go out and grab lunch.
Right.
And dinner, actually, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he hasn't had any lunch at all, and we're going to use it for dinner, which is lunch.
How many hours since he had eaten?
To probably 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, something like that.
And he'd had water. He'd had access to water.
That and that was another problem. The daddy dropped the ball on a couple of things. Mommy knows about, one mommy doesn't know about. The one thing mommy doesn't, well, she doesn't know about either thing. My son
she's
is
listening,
usually responsible for bringing his own water to the ball game, and he didn't. And so he was super parched when he got out of there. So we decided we're going to go to the Garden of Olives. And as we are making our way,
they have ice water.
I asked him where he wanted to go.
Oh, okay.
And he said, how about the Olive Garden? And I'm like,
all right.
I don't even hesitate. I said, okay. What's that?
You're on to something there, because my 11-year-old keeps asking to go to the Olive Garden as well.
In the land of 11-year-olds,
the Olive Garden.
I think the Olive Gardens somehow caught
the marketing.
Fire.
The marketing.
Maybe I don't know if it's marketed to kids.
Mike, when you go there, your family. Do you think that's what the kids love?
I doubt
it. Mom, we needed family.
Yeah, it's like a broken home for a weekend.
He did say he missed his mom a couple of times. And, when I dropped him off at school on Friday, Dad, I'm going to miss you, that type of thing. But Friday night, he had a school dance, so he was rocking and rolling. And I even put that on my show prep, that you realize that, they grow up fast, and you really do. And there are moments when you see your kid every single day that you acknowledge the fact that this is a middle school dance. He's at the very small end, being a fifth grader of middle school, and you see the 7th and 8th graders, and these are almost into grown-up zone, and it's
the
just
occasional 8th grader will have a sparse mustache. That's how you
a
get
little
there.
fuzzball right up there, a little butterfly under their nose.
When he told you that he missed mommy, did you also say that you missed her?
I don't think so.
That might have been the Olive Garden thing.
But
family.
I said, fine. And part of me says, I know I've been there 2, maybe 3 times in my lifetime. So I've been to one, because they're everywhere.
Yes.
And they're lovely.
They are lovely.
But I think that when you talk about the 2 big Italian chains, maybe 3. Is Macaroni Grill still in business, or do they go out of business?
Romano's Macaroni Grill?
Did you got your Carrabba's?
Yeah.
Right, your Carrabba's. Are those the big 3?
But I think Olive Garden is sort of, they're way out in front.
I think they are, too. They shut down the Beppo down here.
So I
think they've been closing those locations all over. So it's the Olive Garden. And he says so, and I'm like, I'm intrigued. Been a long time. I love my last reference to the Olive Garden on the show was Conan O'Brien, and goes to Olive Garden. Which I don't know if we ever showed a clip of Conan O'Brien goes to the Olive Garden. I think with his producer from his old television show, Jordan, it is probably, next to Triumph the Insult Comic Dog, it is probably the funniest moment I've ever seen on Conan.
And wasn't his producer like a foodie? a food
and Italian, and
Yes.
an
Yeah.
Italian food snob
Yeah.
and wine snob. In fact, they really did travel to Italy. And then he says, "Now I'm taking you." We'll have to share it, so
Okay.
at least parts of it, if we get it. Josh, if you can find that, it might be worth it, because that comes into play when I get into the restaurant. So I'm here to tell you, I'm very intrigued. And I'm actually looking forward to it. My kid wants to go. I'm not in a such a food snob where I say to myself, "Oh, this is going to be horrible." I know what it's going to be.
Sure.
It's going to be
breadsticks and salad and
inexpensive. Well, that's
moderately,
not true either.
probably.
Yeah,
now.
because that's bull.
Yeah.
If they're going for that, the first thing I noticed, and I have not noticed this in other Italian restaurants.
bistros.
I open the door, and you are assaulted with the smell of Parmesan cheese, which I'm sure on your Italian food, your pasta, your pizza, whatever, is fine. But to get it as the overwhelming dominant odor in a restaurant, I found a tad off-putting.
I remember.
And you smell it everywhere.
Yeah, it was like that when you used to walk into the sales area at WJFK. All you smelled was cheese, and it was off-putting, like you said. You didn't want to have to deal with that.
It was. It just was. Wow. Jesus.
Yeah.
And 2 o'clock, less traveled. There are people. Don't get me wrong. There are people in there, and I note there's a bar over to the right side.
Good boy. You always got to know the layout of the land.
And then I see left side, I think, is the dining room. They bring us into a booth right across from the bar, which for some reason, maybe because I had the image of being in that family restaurant atmosphere, that I wasn't happy with it, but I not so unhappy that I made any kind of stink
In your
about
head,
it.
did you want it to be the table from The Godfather?
I wanted it to be
With the
a
toilet
table.
and the gun taped behind the toilet.
I wanted a table in the middle of the dining room.
Of course,
That's what
the
I
best
wanted.
table.
Didn't get it, but no problema.
Yeah.
And they seat me down at the booth right across from the bar, and I'm still just noticing this. So I grab the menu, I take a look, and I notice right away that the menu has, because it's a chain restaurant, it's not abundanza as far as choices.
Right.
Yeah. Everything seems to be, I think you go back there and you got a giant vat of the same spaghetti.
Yeah, noodles.
And they probably put it on about 9 different entrees, right?
They've got a red sauce and a white sauce, I'm sure, by the gallon.
They've got a red, and they've got a meat, and they've got a marinara, they got a meat, and they got an Alfredo. I don't know if they had any other sauces. I don't think they did. So that's
Was
that.
your menu sticky?
No.
Did you go to those places?
No,
and
it was not. No,
Was it a tall-
I'd like to have a funny line, but I'm being serious with my review here. It did
I'm just
not,
trying to
and,
figure it out. Yeah.
The server, Faye, comes over. And,
Is that a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective?
No, it's a proper name, Rob.
Oh,
So
is it a lady?
it's a lady.
Oh,
and
okay.
And right away we get to the order, and my son, and I think this says 11-year-old more than anything, because it's really to me a variant on mac and cheese. She said we have Alfredo. My son wants the Alfredo, and then he wants the chicken Alfredo, which, by the way, proved to be the ka-ching of the menu. I order a spaghetti with meat sauce lunch portion.
So smaller than the dinner portion, than the abundanza portion.
And then they bring out a community bowl of salad, which is, I said, oh, is that, what kind of salad? Well, she said, well, we have one. And I said, okay. She said, with our house Italian made. And they bring out a giant, like, stainless steel bowl with tongs, and it's got the dressing
Family style
on the side.
And is it that creamy Italian that you can get at Costco?
I think
It's the
it's
same
creamy.
one, right?
I think it's creamy Italian. Yeah.
Wow.
And,
And did you enjoy it? The dressing?
I found the salad to be cold, fresh, and a big bowl of okay.
And E. coli free.
Some olives in it, some tomatoes, some onion. Everything you
An
want
olive
in a
makes it
salad.
very continental, Mike.
Yeah, with the Olive Garden.
Yes, and also salad niçoise.
Exactly.
olives.
Exactly. And by the way, in the meantime, I see things coming out that look to be maybe a tad fried and pasta on top of pasta, And
You didn't opt for the unlimited pasta bowl?
I did not. And at this point, I notice that, and by the way, when you eat their pasta, you realize why they offer an unlimited pasta bowl. Because when you eat that grenade, you're not going to be, diving into 9 bowls of the crap. So as they take the order, they go away, and I said, there's something missing. And my son, without hesitation, looks up and says, the breadsticks.
Right on.
So he brings out I think there were 4 of them. I'm pretty sure
Hold on a second.
there were 4. Yes.
So you each get 2?
Excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent job. And I still smell the Parmesan.
Well, is it Parmesan or the marriage of Parmesan and garlic? Because they really...
No garlic at all. Parmesan cheese.
That's
Yes.
it. Simplified. Did it smell like good Parmesan or the kind you shake out of a green can?
It smelled like you shouldn't have that smelling everywhere, but then when you realize that their tool that they use for putting the fresh Parmesan on everything is it's a wheel grater. It's one of, and they're very popular.
They're great.
If you
I have
really
one.
want to get that of course you do. If you really want to get that cheese, rocking on your food, that's it. And every waiter's got one.
Yep.
They're all over the place, so no wonder it stinks. Josh, do we have Conan?
We do.
With the let's take a look. Rob, have you ever seen this?
Yes, I have, but it's been a long, long time.
Recently
This is
traveled
Conan
to Italy
Takes His
with my
Brew.
associate producer Jordan Slansky, a self-described expert on all things Italian, especially their food. And our trip included a required stop at Jordan's favorite Italian restaurant. So I decided to return the favor. Jordan, you showed me your Italy. Now I show you my Italy.
Olive Garden.
Okay. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
They're in tuxedos
I wasn't sold
with
on Olive
scarves.
Garden. But once I saw an ad where they brought an old man from Italy and they took him to Olive Garden and he took a taste of this food and he became emotional.
My favorite dishes. I love it. What more could this Italian-American wish for?
Is it possible that he is an actor? No. You look at the commercial and that guy is overwhelmed with emotion. Right. Because he's having the best Italian food he's had since his mama made him the linguine when he was a bambino.
That's enough. That's him going to Olive Garden. I love that. And yes, go ahead, Josh.
We will put the full clip in our newsletter this week.
That's good.
Great.
And we're going to talk about the newsletter a little later on in the show today. I brought that video up to the server, not aware of it.
Could
and
you
I think
ballpark the age of Faye?
20-something.
Yeah, it's too old for her. I hate saying that because
it's too old for her, and but I just think online so many things live that she wouldn't you get a kick out of that if it, well,
I'd
maybe
love
you
it.
wouldn't.
If I managed an Olive Garden, I'd make everybody watch it before they hit the floor.
Yes. So my son gets the fettuccine Alfredo
Hold it.
with
What
chicken.
about the breadsticks? How were they?
Breadsticks came out. They were some of them were really fine.
I've heard, and I can't comment to this, but I have heard that the free breadsticks at Olive Garden are frozen breadsticks like you would get from a store.
Yep.
Baked and brushed with margarine.
That
Not
would
even
not
butter.
surprise me. Maybe with a hint of garlic in it.
Yeah, probably.
And heavily salted.
Well, that's good. That'll help your boy hydrate.
Then, so my son gets his Alfredo. I get my spaghetti with meat sauce, and we both share a salad. And everything
When
was
do you say grace?
right before the salad arrives.
That's
Holding-
right. That's exactly
holding
how you
hands.
want to do it. Yeah.
It was not horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was not fantastic. It was
Now-
a big bowl of okay pasta.
So
That's what
I was
it
going to say, your boy got the fettuccine noodles, and you got probably like what, angel hair or a thinner spaghetti?
Thin spaghetti.
Yeah. How were the noodles cooked? Were they too gummy?
No, they were very hot. like they came out of a very hot pot. And,
Or possibly out of a microwave.
no, I don't think it was out of a microwave. I really don't. I think
'Cause
they've got a
another
big
rumor I've
bowling,
heard.
rolling. You've heard that they actually microwave the pasta?
I've heard that all of the meals are prepackaged. And they
Really?
microwave them. And according to this in the chat room from Mark Scooble, he says they are heated, they are prepackaged, heated, and placed on your plate. I knew someone who worked there. So,
that like they cut open a thing of plastic.
yeah,
and,
like Stouffer's, I guess. Maybe the sauces are prepackaged.
I
and the
don't know.
noodles are done
I
fresh.
have no idea.
I don't either.
couldn't tell you. All I know it was piping hot. Both dishes were piping hot, and they tasted like
hot.
no, they tasted like mass-produced
Yeah.
stuff you would get. You can tell when you really get a fresh Italian meal. And
Yeah, sure.
I love a good real. And it's hard to
Are
find.
you doing
even-
that hand on purpose when you're talking about the Italian?
It's hard to
meal?
find even the real mom and pops that are
Yeah.
really, really good. Down here, the Midwesterners, they love their Italian. They love their Italian. And,
they do.
And it's, let's go there. And by the way, by the time we finished our meal, which was 3:30-ish, oh my God, the gates had opened.
Yeah,
they were
they're there.
popping in here, and I looked at these people saying, okay, maybe they're people that don't think of the Olive Garden in a comedic
That's
way, the way
not
I
the
do.
attitude
And
you should
Conan
have had, Mike.
does,
When you saw them, you should have said, "Today we are equals."
No, it's just the comedy part. That's
know.
what I've always, and the comedy part, because it's just if I even think if you're in a pinch, you get a pizza if you have that. But it's where my son wanted to go, and he said, "This is really good, Dad." And so the 11-year-old said
He liked it.
He liked it. He liked it. But this is a kid that eats out of a cafeteria 5 days a week.
That's true.
So
That's true.
That's fine. Said
Meanwhile,
man with
the old
red
people at the
glasses.
next table are saying, "We'll have noodles with tomato sauce and
Yes.
nothing spicy."
No, God forbid. Don't
Yeah.
put anything spicy on there. So you'll see the whole clip of Conan in our newsletter, and I want to talk about our newsletter if I can
Please.
here, because the newsletter is something we're doing each and every week, and it's very exciting. And Josh, how are things going with the TMOS newsletter?
I think it's going well. It's a chance where we we send it on Friday, share some things that you might have missed this past week if you're behind on shows and what's going on with the newsletter. And then also you can go over to michaelmarashow.com, and if you click on newsletter at the top, you can sign up to get the newsletter, or you can also click to read all the previous newsletters.
Did you
Oh,
get
that's
the
nice.
copy of my blood work that I wanted to put up on the newsletter?
Now you'll have to resend that.
Okay, I'll try to do
But
that.
like this week, or last week's newsletter,
Yes.
we shared about some guests we had.
Okay.
We teased that we were making the announcement with the puzzle on Monday. We shared about TMOS Extra because we're really excited about that.
Right?
And then we shared a clip of Michael doing his Jennifer Coolidge.
That's
Yes.
that's awesome.
Impersonation.
The
And then-
TMOS newsletter. It's fantastic.
And then what we're getting a lot of praise about is we've added a new section last week called Beautiful Video, where it's Rob takes all the YouTube links that he has shared throughout the week and puts it right there.
So if you miss
So-
anything or you want to revisit, or if you didn't see it with the aid of visual complement, you can tune in and see those clips
Right.
all you want. So-
And MichaelMarashow.com is where you get it, right?
Yep. You click
Okay.
on newsletter, you can read last week's and sign up to get it in your inbox.
That's awesome. And because if you get the newsletter, you pay attention, you realize that the puzzle that we offered was in no way related to what we ended up doing, because we are doing not Cinco de Mayo at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern in Herndon the weekend of May 3rd. We are Saturday, May 3rd, going to be at Jimmy's with a Kentucky Derby party. There it is. Best logo ever.
I love it.
Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party. Josh has been in contact with Mr. Cerrito. I have not until I get there, because my head will explode. And much fun will be. Josh, no, it's funny. I find of all things we have with Mr. Soroka, and there are lots of positives, the quick study part is my favorite. He already knows, because he's listened,
Right.
how to deal with Jimmy.
Yeah.
He listens and he knows. He knows because Jimmy can. You can sit down with Jimmy with Jimmy's ADD and give him an idea, and there will be 11 more ideas.
Yes.
That are going in 700 different directions.
Yes.
And Josh knows how to rein it
At
in.
one point, Jimmy texted yesterday. After texting all day, I finally get the text. Well, I've got more ideas, but it's too much to text. We'll have to talk on the phone.
There it is. There it
So
is.
Jimmy's
And,
excited.
Yep.
We're all excited for this.
It's,
I know
we're
you
going to
put-
be there at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
You talk about his ADD, but because of that ADD, no one throws a party like Jimmy. This is going
He's
to be
fantastic.
great. Oh, he's going to be awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And we will be there watching the big race. The only thing that I know right now is I am requiring everybody, men and women, for fun, to make it a real special party. You don't need to do anything except wear your special hat.
Wear a hat.
Wear your Kentucky Derby ladies hat, men and women. I'd like to see my vision. The streets outside of Jimmy's Old Town Tavern as people start to walk in at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and get there early because there are going to be a lot of folks there. Put on your best ladies' derby hat. That's what I want to see.
I'm envisioning like about maybe 1910 Easter, and I want to see everyone in their finest hats parading right up Eldon Street to the place, and it's going to be gorgeous.
I'm glad you said derby hat because we're going to Jimmy's. I thought you were setting up for Jimmy hats.
No,
not Jimmy hats. And Jimmy's got a wonderful collection of hats, jester hats, buffalo hats, lots
Crowns.
of wonderful hats, crowns.
Mike, are you familiar with what
chickens.
a Jimmy hat is?
What is a Jimmy hat?
You can tell him, Josh.
All right, that's why it passed by Mike.
Did I miss something here?
A Jimmy hat is a condom.
Yes,
Is that an old reference to a condom?
I think
Yes,
late 80s.
I think so.
There was a place in Richmond.
A Jimmy hat?
There was a condom place, a store that just sold condoms in Richmond, and it was called Jimmy Hats.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gone now.
All right, tell me,
All right,
is
it
it my
says-
age, the reason that I mentioned, that I missed that?
You know, because it falls right in line because it says it started in the 1960s in Connecticut.
Wow, I never in my lifetime have ever heard that
That's
reference.
you. 1960s Connecticut.
I know.
Did you
Who would
invent
know
the phrase?
Jimmy hat? I missed it.
Call Chad Ram.
We called them rubbers.
Yeah, rubbers.
Yeah,
That's what
same
we
thing.
called them.
Yeah.
Jimmy hat?
Jimmy
What a
hat.
beautiful name. You know how much, Rob, I love the language.
Yes.
Jimmy hats.
Well, let's make it a part of our
mean,
modern
I'm stunned.
parlance. Let's bring it
I'm
back.
stunned right now that I somehow this passed by me in a almost 40-year career of talking into a microphone, and half of it being filled with shock jockery.
Yeah.
How Jimmy? Do you have any memory of on the old show or my radio show or
No,
this podcast?
it's never come
of
up,
that
but-
ever coming up.
Mike, I
never
only
knew
talk
that.
about condoms in real life.
Josh, with your experience with some of the shows you've been associated with, Jimmy hat, has it ever come up at all?
I don't think so.
That's amazing. And then both of you tracked with it.
Yeah.
That you both knew what Jimmy hat was, and I
I think you might have aged out just a little bit. It's close. It's very close. But, also.
But if I
Mike,
aged out, you said it was the term was created in the 1960s.
But it doesn't mean it went wide in the 1960s. And besides, Mike,
so
you're from
in your contemporaries, like in high school, which is
Yeah.
where it would have been
Yeah.
referenced the most, was that a regular term for it?
it was sort of a cute term. I mean, you wouldn't use it if you were talking serious, but
You
everyone
gotta
knew
need-
what it
like
was.
if somebody in your high school,
Right.
and you graduated
89.
89. If in the 80s, in the mid 80s, somebody said, make sure you bring your Jimmy hats, what percentage of men in your class would know that?
Well, first of all, no one would ever say that to me because there'd be no need. But
That goes without saying.
it goes
but
without saying. I would
I'm
say
curious.
more than half.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
same for me in high school.
Okay.
More
All right.
than
Then,
half.
yeah. We not with me at all. And,
Well, of course, Mike, you come from an era of free love.
Well, I did. It's
I
true.
know. I know. You were 10 at Woodstock.
I mean, I was, I was achieving maturity before what we like to call the big scare.
I
The big
remember.
scare was-
Isn't that why you were late to vote for Nixon? Because you had one thing to take care of. Mom,
one of my
I'm going to
many-
go vote, but I have to achieve first.
Tom, do you give clinics? I go to clinics.
Mike, you're not old enough to have voted for Nixon either time.
No, I don't think so. No,
You would first be eligible in 77.
Trying to think who the first president I voted for.
Got to
It
be
was,
Reagan or Mondale.
Lincoln.
I think it was Carter.
Well, hold it, because that would be in 76. You were not being old enough yet.
No, 77 is when I turned 18. So
Yeah.
it would be Mondale, Fritz Mondale.
Hey, how'd
That's,
that go?
Yeah. Another one of our many losses.
But of course,
A lot of those elections in the L column,
but it doesn't seem like back then it was quite a big of a deal.
Well, if Fritz had just brought a whole big pocket full of Mondale for President Jimmy hats, we'd be 100% fine. We have to take a break. When we come back, more fun and more thrills, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so much to get to today. I think really I have to find out about Josh Soroka and the dentist, because this is a major story.
It is.
And we'll have the news coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. We are delighted to have you along on a fabulous Tuesday episode, ladies and gentlemen. Do you need a break from the stress of modern life? Do you? Shimmerwood Beverages creates CBD-infused seltzers crafted with full-spectrum CBD to provide a calming effect that helps reduce stress, eases tension, and promotes a sense of well-being without any intoxicating effects. It's twice recognized by Forbes as the #1 CBD beverage in the U.S. and the best lower-potency option. Shimmerwood combines innovative wellness with delicious flavors. Each can blends locally sourced Maine fruit and cocktail bitters with full-spectrum CBD, delivering clean, complex flavors that make every sip enjoyable and relaxing. Shimmerwood offers a flavorful, health-conscious alternative to soft drinks or alcohol without added sugars, caffeine, or artificial flavors. Shimmerwood's award-winning CBD seltzers combine full-spectrum CBD with natural fruit shrubs, delivering a refreshing, stress-relieving drink that eases tension and promotes relaxation. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code TMOS at shimmerwood.com. Order some today because it really helps us out. Shimmerwood.com and the code TMOS. And thank you, Mr. Scholarship winner. Hit the music.
That stuff is great. It eases your mind without messing you up. And it's like, I miss the ritual of having a cocktail at night. That's one of the main things I miss since I quit drinking.
Right.
And that sort of replaces it because it's a special little drink that you can have at the end of the day. Highly recommended.
I hear that commercial and I immediately think Shimmer. New Shimmer is a floor wax and a dessert topping.
You cow.
As I continue to date myself each and every day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you today that Philadelphia went crazy on Sunday night, people.
No.
To no one's surprise, fans did this. They toppled streetlights, broke windows, set fires, harassed cops, shut off fireworks, and most importantly, fought each other.
Is this before
Philly
or
behavior.
after the game?
During, too.
Yeah, of course.
Patrick Mahomes tweeted an apology for the Chiefs' dismal performance on Sunday. He said, quote, "Appreciate all the love and support from Chiefs Kingdom. I let you all down today. I'll always continue to work and try to learn and be better for it. Want to give thanks to God for every opportunity He's given me. We will be back." If I'm a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, I like that. I like
that's the
that.
way
I'm
to
pissed,
handle it.
but it makes me feel good that the quarterback shares the pain with the fan base.
Don't you
I
think it's
that's
going to
cool.
be great in 2050 when Mahomes is retired and he's sort of an elder statesman of NFL history?
Yeah.
And they say, what was it like playing the worst game of your career in the Super Bowl?
I should have said when I said, remember when they first determined that it was going to be the Eagles Chiefs, and we all said, oh, who cares? Boring,
Yeah.
blah, blah. I did a whole rant on it. But then at the end, and I think I said I wasn't going to watch it. Josh said he was going to. You just can't help yourself. Everybody watches it. It's
Right.
just a national
Up
addiction.
here, it was on every channel.
126 million people watched the Super Bowl across all platforms. That's the all-time record. The previous record was set last year at 123.7 million viewers. So it's more and more. They
Keeps
get richer
growing.
and richer.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of those numbers.
Oh, you think they're all lying?
I think all numbers about TV programming and watching is now lies.
See,
I
Mike,
think if you flip
conspiracy
past
theory.
it, I think if you flip past it on the phone, they're counting it.
And also, I mean, all the platforms, can they really, really track Tubi?
That's how I watch the game.
It probably looked pretty good.
I'm now all in on Tubi.
Tubi's a good provider. Mike,
I
they've
watched-
got
I watched-
heart to heart.
If you didn't like
watched
that
their-
stat, you'll like this one. Spotify streams
Yeah.
for Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us jumped 430%
Good
in
for
the
him.
hours following the Super Bowl. You
That's
think that's
awesome.
BS too, Josh? Do you think that's a
No,
scam?
because I went and downloaded that as well.
Okay. Streams for his overall
Did Josh's
catalog
name come up in the story because he bought it?
increased by 175%. Do you know that families of Super Bowl players have to buy their tickets? I think we've had that story
I
every
knew
few
that,
years.
yeah.
So I did know that. And each player's family can buy up to 15. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure what the face value was, but that's a lot.
We learned that from the mother of a great quarterback, Hortense Theismann, who had to buy her.
Hortense?
Hortense had to buy her own ticket.
Is that really her name?
No, I just made it up.
Thank you. Hortense. Is
Hortense.
that a real name?
It is.
Where's that name come from?
An old joke is if you put sand in the Vaseline, you'll make your Hortense.
You know, since you brought up a joke, I think it's appropriate to shoehorn this in here. And you
Good.
might be aware of it.
All right.
Let me see. Okay, so I'm playing with my buddy the General. All right,
Okay.
that does a lot of work for Home Base and
Life
that
insurance
wonderful,
guy?
That wonderful. No, this is a real General.
Okay.
And he's every bit, every inch of it, and
Mm-hmm.
wonderful guy. Very good. I just like him a hell of a lot, and it's always a pleasure to hang with him. And if I had served, I would like to have a leader like that. He really was. He's a great guy, but we come up on a log jam, and when it gets slow, sometimes people will share
Sure.
a story. Now, this one involves a word we'll probably bleep out, but maybe we don't have to.
All right.
The S word. That's
Okay.
and do you know, he says, out of the blue,
Mm-hmm.
coming from him, do you know where the S word originated from? And everybody stops, and we're
Yeah.
curious. Where did it originate from? Well, here's the way the story goes. I do not know
Okay.
the validity of this. I am just passing it along, so be
But
aware of that.
It does come from a senior military official.
And I'm sure that they're known for their colorful language.
Yeah, and their
people in
candor.
the military.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, he said, there was everything was transported via shipping. There were, you would take this to this to this, and fertilizer was as well. And in the 1800s, fertilizer was exclusively manure.
Right.
Because manure is what was used, and we didn't have the chemicals that we have
Right.
today to do this. So because it was shipped via the oceans, rivers, what have you, it
Canals.
had to be dry, because if it was not dry, it would ferment, and that would cause big, big problems, not the least of which would be kaboom, kaboom.
Yeah, explosions.
So they would ship the bales of the manure, and when they first started doing it, it was dry. They would dry the material, and the material would also be lighter in weight
Sure.
to transport.
No
and they would do
moisture in it,
However, on a ship at sea, you never know when there's going to be seepage from the ocean, heavy seas that might result in water getting over the deck and coming down into the hold. So the manure would get wet again. And when the manure got wet, it would ferment again, and somebody would go down into the hold, kaboom, kaboom,
Right.
big problems. So from that point on, they had to ship the manure a certain way. And that way was to put it above the floor of the ship's hold. And they would label the manure bales with the instructions, which were ship high in transit. And on each of these bales of manure that were being shipped to different places would be SHIT. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I was told, is the origin of that word. So there's that. And I'm really glad that I've made an incredible impression on people with that.
I don't think that's true.
Why don't you
seem
think
true
that's
because-
true?
It is not true.
Because you don't ship
Well, I know
manure.
that the reaction that I've gotten was stunning.
No.
What do you,
I'm
it's
thinking
not
about
true?
It is not true. It came up on a Wikipedia of common false etymologies.
Okay, false
So it is
etymology.
false.
All right, thank you very much. I'm
Because
really
I don't
glad I
think
wasted
you
everybody's
shipped
time
a lot
No.
of manure because if you had a farm, you had a horse. And the horse would go-
E-I-E-I-O.
and you go out and the horse would go out there and they'd fertilize it, then you'd rotate it. That's how you did it.
No,
Yeah.
and crap did not come from the plumber Thomas Crapper.
Oh, that's
Thank
right. Who
you.
invented the toilet? That's
Thank
right.
you very much. Well, now we know, ladies and gentlemen. So let's move on, shall we? Sorry I wasted your time with that. There is no denying that Tom Cruise has been doing something to his face.
Yeah, I noticed that when I saw him on TV that he looked like he'd altered his.
Yeah, well, it was evident during his Super Bowl intro video where he had a fuller, puffier face, and I've seen it on other shows where he appears to be a little. It looks swollen. In a certain way. So what's the deal, Tom? Some plastic surgeons who have not treated Tom gave their opinions to one of the not always reliable British tabloids. The consensus is that he got filler in his cheeks, plus Botox and laser skin resurfacing, which removes damaged skin layers. But the doctors did not think Tom went under the knife or had any of the more invasive procedures. One of them said, quote, "I think the biggest thing with Tom Cruise is that he has historically aged pretty well." So do you think either one of you that he's gone under the knife for this?
No, I don't think he's been under the knife, but I think he uses every trick in his playbook to look as good as he can. But if I were to meet him as far as being healthy, you don't need filler. You need Orgain Vanilla.
And I understand when he got Orgain Vanilla. That's interesting. Very clever.
Thank you,
that
boys.
you threw in an extra bonus commercial for our
I
fine
did.
sponsor, Orgain, which
Big
is
fan.
great.
Because
Yeah.
the joke didn't go over yesterday.
Oh, did he do it yesterday too?
It was in your copy yesterday.
Yeah,
I
but it
believe.
was different. It didn't rhyme with vanilla. It was a different one.
Okay.
Yesterday was I'm not wearing a pillow. Here's Orgain Vanilla.
A plane owned by Vince Neil from Motley Crue crashed into another aircraft on a runway in Scottsdale. Vince wasn't on it, but his girlfriend was. There was one fatality, but it wasn't her. It was a Learjet 35A landing when it crashed into a Gulfstream 200 yesterday afternoon, possibly due to a failure of the landing gear on the Lear. Vince's girlfriend, Rain, that sounds like it would be a rocker's girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Where's Rain? Is she here?
Yeah.
Suffered 5 broken ribs. She and a friend she was traveling with were hospitalized. Some dogs they were traveling with also survived the crash. No word on the identity of the deceased or which plane he or she was on. That's interesting. They'd usually let you know if it was the pilot of her plane or something
He's
like that.
such a screw up. I just have to blame Vince Neil on principle.
Blame him on principle. I endorse that wholeheartedly.
He should have never let her fly the plane.
President Trump has directed the Treasury Department to stop minting new pennies.
I hate
Stop
this.
it. Stop minting the pennies because they cost more than a penny to produce. Here's the quote. For far too long, the United States has minted pennies, which literally cost more than 2 cents. This is so wasteful. That is true. I'm sorry, that's the regular story. That is true according to the U.S. Mint. Each penny actually costs 3.7 mints to make. Now, there you love your
That's
pennies.
a penny.
I know you do.
love Mike. Mind the pennies, and the dollars will make themselves.
Amen. But like a lot of things, the situation is nuanced. So it's more complex than you would think. There are 2 problems with moving away from pennies. Experts say this would cause us to need more nickels, which we're also losing money on. According to the Mint, each nickel costs 13.8 cents to make.
That's BS. The nickel is the worst coin. Get rid of nickels.
Number 2, analysts say this will cause prices to rise for consumers. If the penny is phased out, prices would just be rounded up or down to a 5-cent amount. And let's be honest, they're probably going to round up.
Of course.
Canada stopped minting its 1-cent coin in 2012, and in 2018, an economic analysis found the Canadians paid about $3.27 million more at grocery stores each year due to prices being rounded up and not down. That said, there are also problems with the alternatives, pushing towards a cashless society and continuing with the status quo. One reason that the government has to make so many pennies every year is a large percentage of them don't remain in circulation. People don't value them, so they get stashed in drawers at home, or they fall on the ground. People don't even bother to pick them up. So
I have a
there's
jar that I keep mine in, but I very rarely deal with cash anymore. I can't think of the last time I did anything that involved
I hate
change.
it. I hate change. I mean, I hate it. I think it's dirty. It's nasty. I hate doing it. I really do.
I mean, outside of parking, I think that's the only thing I consistently pay cash for.
Yeah.
So
For
you work on
parking?
your card. Yeah.
Where do you
downtown,
park
it's
that
fast.
doesn't force you to use an app?
Oh, there's a lot downtown that is cash only. So they like
Downtown
it.
where?
DC.
Oh, downtown D.C. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's a
So
bargain. The second hour is only $21.
That's exciting.
So if
Very
you would
cool.
take those pennies in a sock and beat me to death with it.
Finally today, zip your lip and keep it zipped. Hey, man. Zip it. Knowing when to shut up is the key to a long and happy marriage. That's according to a nonagenarian. Is that the correct pronunciation
That's
of a 90-year-old?
90-year-old, yeah.
Nona or Nana? Nana.
Nona.
Nana.
I think it's nonagenarian.
That's a
Nana.
nonagenarian couple from England who reportedly still love each other like newlyweds, an astonishing 75 years after saying I do. You, if you stay with your wife, Carrie, will be flirting with one of those 50-plus year anniversaries now that you're going to live.
We're coming up on
right?
29 years. I mean, that's
Amazing.
crazy. Yeah.
These two, Trudy and Alan Tomlinson.
Trudy!
Tomlinson. Let's see, 97 and 96 respectively. They offered that simple piece of advice: zip it. When asked about their relationship, which began when the lovebirds first met at a youth social event.
A youth social event? What was this, during the 1800s?
Well, Trudy said, the secret is learning when to keep your mouth shut. God bless her. Huh? Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? I like Trudy. I really do. So you can, she says, you can get fed up at times.
Yes.
But she promised that we're happy that we can still be together. Now, there's another elderly couple, Peter and Eileen. They're 90 and 89, so they're up there
Kids,
too.
yeah.
They say, and it doesn't attribute either one of them, except that people have little foibles. It's part of marriage. You can't just walk away. Don't you wish more people felt that way?
Yes.
Where you can't just walk away. And I'm really glad that Carrie came to that realization with you, that you just can't walk away.
Yeah.
Because I wanted you to follow my example with all of those women walking away.
Multiple
from me.
marriages? Sure.
Multiple.
I think that would be great. Yeah.
This is the quote: allow space for the things that you don't really pursue, but your partner does. You hear that?
Oh, my
Allow
God,
space for things you don't really pursue, but your partner does. That is a golf pass for life, Carla. A golf pass for life. And in your case, go wash as many faces a day as you possibly can.
Amen, brother.
And give people all their drugs.
Do you think
Yes.
Mr. Tomlinson would be happy if Mrs. Tomlinson just occasionally opened her mouth? You know what I mean?
That is, you know, you're foul. You're foul. Send the letter. Yeah, shake your head, Josh.
He
He's
loves to
disgusting.
cross that line.
He does. He does. He's a foul. He's a foul man.
The line has moved over the years, so
Rob
one must always
Spiewak.
challenge it.
Rob Spiewak, foul man.
Yeah.
That's what he is today, ladies and gentlemen.
The gentle
hey,
creak of the casket.
so here's the deal, Wade.
Yes, Wade.
I'm at my kid's Little League game over the weekend. To the left of me is another parent. And I hear a recognizable sound when the Marlins, that's my kid's Little League team, score a run. I hear,
That's
and I
great.
realize, whoa! Look at that. The loud cup being used. Not our loud cup,
No.
but another loud cup being, and then another parent went out to their car and got a loud cup, and everybody is using the loud cup. Listen, there's nothing better for a sporting event, especially
the
Little
greatest.
League. It's time to get the official TMOS Loud Cup. It's the loudest vessel in town. It's a 20-ounce insulated cup. No more freezing, Josh, your hands off. And, Josh, bring it to the Orioles games. Bring your Loud Cup and transfer your beverage, your Natty Boh, into your Loud Cup. I think it's a great idea.
Planning to in a couple weeks.
That's exciting. That comes in 3 colors. The best part, it's proudly emblazoned with the TMOS logo. It's only $29.99, and it's available for order right now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Just click store. So easy and and fun to use. Fill the Loud Cup with your favorite drink anytime you want.
Anything.
Then turn the cup around and activate the horn by blowing into it. You control the volume. The harder you blow, the louder the horn will be. Listen what happens when you really blow into it hard. Folks will think...
An ailing animal.
The thing that's weird about it is folks think you're taking a sip and you're really making noise.
It's silly. So silly.
Each Loud Cup features a double-wall insulated design and fits a standard cup holder. Plus, the snap-fit lid keeps your drink safe.
It does.
I fill mine with gravy before any trip to Buckets. Gravy makes everything better. It's the TMOS Loud Cup. Buy it now at the store at MikeO'MaraShow.com and be like us. Get loud. Yes,
You're
Josh.
required to have a Loud Cup to get into the Derby party.
Josh, do you want to talk about being the big winner or going to the dentist? Which is more important to you?
Well, the dentist started with Rob went to the dentist.
No, I'm going today.
Or you're going to the dentist.
Yeah, and I've had a bad run the past year, and I was going to offer the chance to guess how many cavities I might have.
So and my dentist trip is I didn't go in 4 years.
That's
so
bad.
I went.
Yeah, was it a
And they
COVID
gave me-
thing?
No, it was I hate the dentist thing.
Yeah. When's the last time you went, Rob?
6 months ago. I'm back on track now. But
Okay.
I did skip 5 years, which is not good. I don't recommend it.
I went 12 years without the dentist at one point.
Oh,
Jesus
Because
Christ,
that's a
Josh.
I hate
long
the dentist.
time.
That's
a
not
long
smart.
time.
Well-
That's not smart because it can result in other health issues.
Well,
Yeah.
my childhood dentist is in prison, so I didn't have a great experience.
Why
Did he
didn't
touch? Did he touch your wiener?
No, he was in prison for tax evasion, like
Oh man,
$3 million in tax evasion. So I don't think he was a great guy.
Yeah.
And everything he did.
Yeah,
as
that
a
means
kid,
he'd
I've had to
fake you
redo.
having a cavity just so he could get more money.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And his drill, Mike, when you go in, it was horribly painful.
So
It was what they
I
call
put that in
a
a prison last week.
low-speed drill.
I put that. That is my new
only for
favorite
5
sound
minutes.
of all. Please send me that. Please send me that. I
so
need
Mike,
that.
you put it in solitary.
It was in solitary. A real dark room.
So this year I decided I'm getting healthy and I'm going to go to the doctor. It's been years for that. I'm going to go to the dentist.
Okay.
So I'm taking care of all this.
That's
so
good.
They gave me, I went last Wednesday for a cleaning. And part of that is they gave me a 2-page report on everything that needs to be done in my mouth.
Wow. Did they do X-rays?
Yes, lots of x-rays.
That's always
Rob,
fun.
we need some dental review music for Josh to go down the myriad of dental issues that he has. First of all,
Also
let me
a
ask
nice
this question.
referral.
Do
where
you-
they
look
mark
at
the little
that.
teeth.
Oh
Hey,
my!
that's
do
great.
do you have all your teeth?
No, I do not. That was also part of the discussion.
Are any of them in a jar?
No. But like back here, you can't tell what I'm missing.
Yes, you
one.
can.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's the molar that pronounces the letter G.
Right.
All right, lay it on
So-
us. What do you need done?
All right. So the first phase was 2 crowns and
Do you have
2
music, Ron?
Yes, I'm bringing it up. Give me a sec, man.
Come on, man.
Come
Fleet
on,
of
man.
Foot. Come on, you can do better than that.
So I needed 2 crowns and 2 fill-ins on my left side.
Fillins.
2
Then
crowns, so a total of 4 bad teeth.
Right. No, that's just on the left side.
So 4 bad
that-
teeth on the left side.
Right. And that they said, let's get it taken care of right away. So I went back on Friday where they dealt with those.
Wow. So you're covered on, and are they the final crowns that are on now, or temporaries?
No, temporaries until
you gotta
the
go back
27th.
anyway. All right,
and,
that's-
a nice $2,000 bill.
That's the left side. And $2,000 is not bad for 2 crowns and 2 fillings.
2 crowns, 2 fill-ins.
Wow. All right.
Then I got to go. Then I have a referral here where I have to go see an endodontist.
What is that?
It's a root canal doctor.
So a specialist?
Because
Have you been in pain?
No. Wow. No pain. Sensitive.
Jesus.
Like I don't eat a lot of ice cream because it's sensitive.
Oh, well then that kind of counts as pain.
That's why my Ben & Jerry's
Yeah.
is still mostly in the freezer. No, that
It
doesn't
does.
count as pain.
What music are you playing in the background?
Just tense music for going to the dentist.
It says It says the endodontist needs to evaluate tooth number 19 for radiolency at the apex. I don't know what that means.
How many total teeth have to be repaired?
Well, let's see. Well, I started 4 on Friday.
Yes. Right.
It
There's
won't be
another
higher
one.
than 31, Mike.
One, I got to go to the specialist, and then I have another one where this one's not bad. On my other side, that was the upper left. On the lower left, I have to get 1 crown and 1 fill-in.
When you chew your
Listen,
food,
ladies and gentlemen, Josh Soroka's mouth. Let's listen.
do you chew on your left side? Because
I
it
do.
seems like all the things are on the left side.
Well, you know why? Because there's no teeth on the right side.
Wow.
How many are missing?
4.
At any point, did they recommend just pulling and giving you implants?
No, but they recommended implants for the right side where I just don't have teeth.
Are you gonna get them?
I told them maybe next year.
Were you going to get the
But
diamond ones?
That's a financial thing. I'm
I
gonna
agree.
spend all
I
this
know
money.
I don't have dental on my Medicare.
I have dental, but I have a dental limit, which I will hit by next month.
Sounds
I
like
will
you hit
cross
the
that
dental limit about 20 years ago.
Yes.
There it is. Well, congratulations. You know what? I'm proud of you for doing this. I'm proud of you for getting your stuff done. That's
I
great.
think next week I go to the doctors for the first time in 5 years.
Oh, well, God, I'm not sure I even want to know what the result of that's going to be. It's going to be scary.
Make
ladies
sure
and
he
gentlemen.
doesn't pull anything.
That's for sure. Pull this. Hey, pull this. We got to take a break. We will come back, ladies and gentlemen, with
So no guesses on cavities for me?
for you, your last trip,
Yeah.
2
Okay. Josh?
or 0.
Do you think I have any cavities
I
today?
think 0.
Okay, 0 is good. I'm going to go with 1.
All right, very good. Let us know.
Thank you.
When we return, ladies and gentlemen, something about the bonus show that's going to be new and exciting for you. So check it out. What was your favorite memory caught on film or videotape? Do you have an easy way to watch it or share it with friends and family or post it to share? Probably not. Lucky for you, we found a solution. It's Legacy Box. We love them, love them, love them. Legacy Box makes it easy to check this important task off your to-do list. It's like magic. By going to LegacyBox.com/TMOS, you can enjoy 50% off when you get started with Legacy Box today. Legacy Box is a simple and safe way to digitize treasured videotapes, film reels, photos, and my beloved vintage non-erotic French slides.
Yes.
It's just hours of fun with those. Everything is done by hand. Not only for Legacy Box, but also with the French slides.
I remember, Mike, you used to get so uptight filling your slide tray.
Yes.
The round thing, and it's like,
Right.
here's another picture of 1890s.
Yeah, and it was tedious. My hands hurt by the end of the presentation.
And dirty.
Your
hands would get
It was
so
horrible,
dirty.
especially when I was loading the ones of Monique. Just send in your Legacy Box filled with all of your old vintage media. Their team professionally digitizes everything by hand in the USA, and you'll get it back on the cloud or a thumb drive, along with your originals. Now you can relive heart-pounding moments like when I made my legendary Utz cheese ball run during the first quarter of Super Bowl IE. Be a hero by rescuing your family's most cherished memories. Yes, we got it all in video. Me in the Walmart. Anyway, cherished memories that haven't been watched or enjoyed for years. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS to save 50%. Buy today. Send it in when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS. Do it, do it, do it, do
Mike,
it, do
I
it.
have a vision of you going into Walmart on that very day and just standing with your arms akimbo as you enter and saying, cheese balls.
Cheese balls now. Well, the Mart of Wall has the Utz giant barrel, by the way, which the O'Mara family tapped into, all three members of the family last night for a period of time. And this is how much I cherish these cheese balls. This is how bad it was. Michael steals the cheese balls and brings them into his bedroom. And then Carla says,
I would not allow that.
Did you bring the... Well, she called him on it right away. Said, get those cheese balls back out of there. Give them to me. So he brings the cheese balls out, covered with a little plastic lid. And I'm talking about it's a little Cracker Barrel of cheese balls.
I'm guessing like a 2 gallons.
A little plastic drum. Yeah. Then she gets them on her lap, and I'm like, are you going to share those? And Carla's diving into the cheese balls. I said, I don't have a vessel, and I'm not getting out of my chair. This is the incredible lazy cheese puff family. Everybody wiped out at the end of the day yesterday. So I hand across. There it is. There's the cheese ball bin. See that lid up on top?
Yeah.
I pry that off, and I have that. There it is.
Look at that.
Isn't
There are
that
not
great?
many left. I'd say 70% gone.
You know, my favorite time of the year is when they convert the cheese balls to snowballs, and it's white cheddar in that big tub.
That's really what Christmas is all about, Josh.
Works out for me.
Cheese balls, baked cheddar, cheese-flavored snack.
Yeah.
I hand across the lid, and I have her place.
Oh, that's bad. Because they're going to fall off.
Yeah, they're gonna roll.
There's
Not
no
when
edge.
you do that. You see?
Look at that, steady as a rock.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. You usually, when you finish that container, save the container, rinse it out. It's great for keeping teeth.
It's a great container because you can walk around with it just tucked under your arm.
How you doing, Mike?
You're gonna make them choke on a
Hey,
cheese
do
ball.
Charlie.
oh, my God. Great for saving teeth.
And if it fills up, you know, you can get another one if it fills up.
Oh my God.
Anyway, what we're saying in a roundabout way is if you had Legacy Box, you would see Mike buy these cheese balls.
Oh, there we are. Listen to me.
Yeah, listen.
This is important. Bonus show. We're
Yes.
making some changes on the bonus show. The bonus show has periodically been a moment where we can vent, we can share, and we can go down different roads.
Long form stories are wonderful.
We're tweaking it a little bit. It's the kind of stuff that we don't offer on the regular show, but mainly for the censorship reasons and the long form idea to not be saddled with some of the commercial responsibilities we have here. We love our regular show. We do. It's a lot of fun like we're having right now. But on the bonus show, we're going to have the raw side. We used to do a thing called TMOS Raw. It's not quite that.
Right.
But
on that, we set out to shock. That's not what we're trying to do here.
We're trying to get it's really an opportunity to do some long form stuff where we really bare our soul and we try to figure out not only what's in our minds but what's filling everybody with angst and what's and sometimes stories that are really just better without a break. And so it's going to be unique, it's going to be different, and it's not going to be a variation of this show. It's going to be kind of a standalone shoot the bull session with Rob and myself and Josh, and it's going to be interesting. And I'm going to probably throw some themes up. This particular week, I want to talk in great detail about why white men are so scared. I drive around Florida all the time, and I am telling you, it is a strange
Mike,
world.
that's why they're scared.
Of me.
Yes. They've seen you drive.
The idea of the modern white guy saying watch out for me. To me, I was told by my old man that the real tough guys don't give you even the slightest indication that they're tough guys unless they're a professional boxer. or a professional fighter. So anyway, we'll deal with that on the bonus show.
Look forward to it.
That'll be one of many things we talk about, and it's open to all three principles. If you've got something that you feel is, something you want to keep just to our bonus show subscribers and us, then bring it to the bonus show. We're looking forward to that. It should be really, really special. I'm
Maybe
looking
my
forward
doctor
to it.
visit.
Doctor visits, absolutely.
We'll share
Hey,
that there.
if you hear Josh saying, I want to talk about my doctor visit on the bonus show, we're screwed. That is, so we'll see what happens. You've never smoked, though, right, Josh?
No.
Anything?
No. No.
What about a turkey?
Ladies and gentlemen, bonus show members and lovers of fine headgear, it's time to saddle up. The Mike O'Mara Show Derby Party is coming your way. Join us Saturday, May 3rd, 5 p.m. at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern for an evening of fun, laughter, food, drinks, and, of course, the Kentucky Derby. The listeners are at the track. The listeners are at the track. But here's the best part. This event is absolutely free, but wait. There's more. Our very own Best Ladies Hat Contest.
Yes.
Hey, fellas, don't think we're excluding you. If you've got the confidence to rock an over-the-top feathered masterpiece, perhaps with fruit, we welcome you to join in. The bigger, the bolder, the better. When
I'd
you
love
cover-
to see a fruited hat. I would be out of my mind to see a hat with fruit on it.
Ask and ye shall receive. When you cover your head with feathers of red, hats amore.
I was
Okay.
hoping you'd sing that.
Thank you. Now, I have to go back now.
Okay, thank
When you cover your head with the feathers of a red, that's amore.
Hats amore.
Thank you. So mark your calendars, tell your friends, tell the neighbors, tell the kids, and get ready for a photo finish of fun. You didn't AI that, did you?
No.
Very nice. Don't miss out. RSVP now, and I'll see you May 3rd at Jimmy's Old Town Tavern. And remember, don't get happy.
Yeah, Josh.
People can call Jimmy's at 703-435-JIMS or email Danielle.jimmy'soldtowntavern@gmail.com. Oh, for reservations.
Yeah, you're going to need them. Yeah.
So that means you got to kind of act.
And
Now.
mention TMOS when you call for that reservation so they put you in the same room as all of us.
Absolutely. Should be a lot of fun. So we'll see you at Jimmy's on May 3rd. And are we up to the...
Yeah, you want to do some beautiful video?
Let's lay some beautiful
Hey,
video
I like
on
that.
everybody.
Some beautiful video.
I'll have some of my...
Oh, Charlie Tuna, Mike.
Charlie Tuna, KHJ, Los Angeles.
Are you tired of the eggs? People... Oh, here we go.
The Mike O'Mara Show, TMOS.
Mike, are you tired of all the talk of eggs?
Eggs.
Carrie herself came home with 3 dozen eggs yesterday. I said, honey, we don't need 3 dozen eggs unless I'm going on a custard baking binge. So I think
I'm
it's
actually
sinking
going to be
into a
starring in a new musical called Eggs A Poppin'.
Mike. I know one of the songs from that musical. It's odd you would bring it up. It's a Temptation song.
I know you want an omelet over easy
Damn it.
or Benedict
Give me a warning.
Well, good luck.
I like to surprise
finding a
sometimes.
cheap grand slam,
Come
'cause
on,
the
hold on.
price
Get it
of
out.
eggs is
Get it out.
high across the land.
It's too much for eggs. That's the thing.
Terrible.
But Mike, this is what's horrifying to me is when you see stuff like this at Costco.
What the hell? Have you ever seen this before?
F these people.
I know. Just carts and carts and carts of eggs.
Hoarding.
Yep. So they're limiting the amount you can purchase at certain places, including Costco. But do what I did when I
Can
made
I ask you a
fruitcakes.
question about
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Is that businesses that might have a real need to have that many eggs, or
Yes.
is that just people being a-holes?
I think
No,
it's both. I think it's
seen-
both.
I've seen businesses do that before all this egg shortage, where they would load up the pallet cart with eggs.
Yeah, but
Okay.
there was never a line to get to them.
No.
That's the thing. We had an egg limit 1 year for fruitcaking, and you can just go through the lines several times. That's all you have to do. You can get as many eggs as you want, but don't be a jerk about it. Don't hoard eggs.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
they're hoarders.
They do the same thing here at the Costco when a hurricane is coming through for water.
Really?
Everyone hoards up on water.
You know what we do down here when there's a hurricane coming? We buy lots of cheese puffs.
And people don't know how buoyant that jar is. You
Yeah.
can use it if you close it. You
It
can
will
use
be
it as
a legitimate, even though it's not a screw-on cap, it can be used if you seal it with an adhesive. Duct tape.
Can you buy that adhesive at Walmart?
You can buy anything you want at Walmart.
So when you buy the cheese puffs, you should buy adhesive as well, like
just
Gorilla Glue.
a little Flex Seal will take care of that.
Flex Seal and
Oh,
bingo.
fantastic. You're
Bingo,
done.
Flex Seal flotation device.
You know what I did is I filled my cheese cheese ball bin with helium and sealed it, and so it floats with cheese balls in it. That's how light they are.
Cornmeal, vegetable oil, contains one or more of the following. I'm sure these are the good ones.
Yes.
Cottonseed oil, corn oil,
Oh,
sunflower
cottonseed.
oil, or canola oil.
It's
Whey-
corn all the way. It's corn. It's cheap and deadly.
Whey maltodextrin, milk fat, semi-soft cheese.
Ugh.
I
have some of that right now.
That's so gross.
It
Oh,
is.
God, you made me stop.
Mike, speaking of cheese,
eating
you
it.
know, I found a food reviewer. There's no cheese on this particular sandwich. No, you can't, Mike. You're being distracting.
I'm sorry. go
And
ahead.
distracted.
I apologize.
He's
This
got the
guy is-
bucket of balls all to himself. He's got to eat them all before
That's
Carlo
true.
wants them
There'll be
back.
no serving it on a lid tonight.
Come on.
Mike, this guy is talking about the McRib. And spoiler alert, he says the newest generation of the McRib at McDonald's is good. But that's not why I'm running his food review. I just want you to see his presentation. And is this a guy you would trust for food?
Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello, ladies,
Wow.
gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome, one and all, to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Thank you for checking in.
Oh,
You know,
my God. Hold on. Is there more of him?
Oh, there's a lot more of
I
him.
want more of him. I want more of him, please.
Is he strapping his face back like Pee Wee Herman?
I don't know what's going on. He's so skinny that it looks like he's wearing like a size 14 collar and it's baggy on him.
And he's got that Mike and the Mad Dog speech impediment, right?
Hello, and he's a weird looking guy. And I'm not weird shaming him. I'm just trying to paint a picture for the listener.
last year, I thought last year was as shocking as it could get.
Now look at him. Couldn't he be an extra in a 1940s movie as like a...
He looks like Peter Lorre.
He does.
And is he doing food reviews?
Yeah, he's going to eat a McRib for us. I got to put it back. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
When McDonald's said back in 2022 that the McRib was gone,
McRib.
it was
McRib.
done, it was over with, and then when they brought it back in 2023, the level
He's got
of
a Barbara
surprise that I
Walters
felt,
speech impediment.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't think that could be topped. I mean, I think that was.
I
the
can't.
single
Now it's
most
disturbing. All right, that's
shocking-
enough of him. Get more highlights of him, though.
He liked
subscribe.
the McRib. I'm like, I don't want to subscribe. I will find it. No, I'll find it without that.
Okay.
Do you have any
Cheese on my fingers? Yes, I do.
No. Do you have any like toys from when you were little that you really would love to have again, or ones that really sort of pop to mind? I can think of one for me right away, and that's the Starbird. It was a rocket ship. I loved playing with Starbird. Did you have any toys?
Yeah, I had a 44 Magnum that my dad brought home for me. I love playing with that. It was great.
Okay.
No, the toy I really played with in the backyard was a Japanese rifle that he
Yes.
brought back from World War II. I can't. My dad was so anti-war at that point. He was so that I look back on that and I would love to sit him down and go, "Why did you just discard that?"
Yeah.
Said I didn't want to look at it anymore. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. That's probably what he would have said, but I never
I
had
had
the
that in my-
opportunity to have that conversation.
I had that in my family too. You know, they just didn't want anything to do with anything that.
So
had to do with
I literally played with what I thought was a toy because
Yeah.
I was so little, I didn't know. And it was just a disabled Japanese rifle. I said, "Dad, what are those squiggly lines written on it?" He said, "That's Japanese." I mean, weird when you think about that. And I lost it in the backyard under a pile of leaves somewhere, and it's probably back there still rotting in my childhood home. Really weird story.
Your father also hated the song Turning Japanese by the Vapors, didn't he?
He did not like the Vapors. No, he was a Dead Kennedys fan.
I understand.
Mike, do you miss that toy of the stick and the wheel that you'd roll down the street?
Hey, Josh doing the age humor right there. It was good. Well, I missed, taking a one rock against another type of rock and making a spark.
Yes, and that was fun.
I'd play that for hours. I would play that for hours, and then of course we'd have to run because of those, those saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah, sad.
Really problematic.
But the nuts and berries, you grew up strong.
Oh, strong
and
as
smart.
a bull. Yeah, strong and smart. And we ate a lot of the vegetation that was just on the ground.
Did you hunt it or did you gather it?
Gathered it.
Okay,
I was a gatherer. I was a little kid.
This goes back to 1974, just before I probably would have been aware of it. This is a game from, I think, Miko, and I have never seen this game. It's got balls on springs here, and they're sort of fighting each other.
The name of the game is Ball Buster.
No. I got to see the logo.
Mike, it's real.
A family
And
game.
they're using the
Fun
sting.
for children.
Yep.
And for adults, it's exciting.
She's a bitch.
You make strategic offensive and defensive moves.
Terrible
Then try
commercial.
to bust your opponent's balls. It's as easy as checkers,
No.
but exacting like pool. You're a ball buster.
Okay.
Ball buster.
That's fake.
A great new
That's a
game
fake ad.
from
That's
Miko.
a fake ad, Rob.
Mike, I Googled it. It was
Rob.
real. I got verification of it.
And I
Really?
just found the cover to the box.
Ball Buster?
Yep.
That doesn't look real either. That looks
looks real to
strange to me. I don't know. How would I, in the prime of my TV watching and being a kid, I never was aware of it. I was never aware. Why does she wink at the end there? You're a ball buster, and then she goes,
yeah, because she beat her husband. And also, I think, Mike, that might be a really early Mason Adams voiceover. Who's not really being Mason Adams.
Well, you know what?
You're a real ball buster.
I don't have any definitive evidence that it's a lie. It's a lie.
Oh,
But
do you have that?
Ball buster. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's all I have for you today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Regrettably, we are done.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thanks so much for your bonus show subscriptions. Keep them coming, folks. Please, please, please. If you're one of those fence sitters that's out there, we've got not only a new and improved bonus hour for you, but we also have TMOS extras that will be dropping at any time we feel moved to do so. So please subscribe to our bonus show content. This is the time of year that we do the push. January and February, sign up for your monthlies. Please do it. We need them. We need everyone we can get to keep this show alive for you folks. And when we say keep it alive, don't discount that. I'm not just saying it. I'm meaning it. So please support the bonus show. Get your bonus show subscription. Do it today. And we'll see you on the bonus hour this week on the Mike O'Mara Show. For Josh Shiroka and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Ball buster.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
That is a lie.
Thank you.